All right, we're back at it. I have been extremely sick. I'm still trying to fight off an ear infection. But yeah, last video I filmed was I was getting a sinus infection, and then I got the flu, and then now I got an ear infection. So we're just getting beaten down. But starting to kind of feel like I don't know, not losing motivation, but just like I think with the sickness and everything, I was just like I don't want to touch this thing. But I think today, crack open that transmission jack, and I'm gonna crawl under this thing, see what I gotta do, go in the inside, and maybe pull some carpet up and see about how to take out the shifter. Yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. Grab a light here. Off the top of my head, I can't even think about what it looks like in here. Yeah, that'll be easy. Okay. So yeah, I'll go crack open that trans jack and go from there. See what happens. All right. So, first problem I'm encountering here. I've got the boot off and the mounting plate and 4 screws of all different sizes, which is interesting. And then now, so I'm down here in the shifter now, and I'm trying to figure out how the heck I get this thing off. Because I see that one screw, or like the nut on the top. And there's like a, I don't want to drop you guys there. As you can see, there's that bolt. I don't know if they both hold on to this thing or what, but here's the first problem I'm encountering. So mess with this, and then I'll get back to you when I figure it out eventually. So yeah. Okay, so this is more for my future's sake, but we're under here, and I want to. So this is the emergency brake. Comes out of the car straight down to this bar. The bar goes across by a spring, and it's holding on the to this bar. It's holding on this cable. It's run down the drive shaft on the outside of this little drive shaft cage thing. And those go to the emergency brakes. So I'm gonna have to take the emergency brake out, obviously, duh, as well as this speedometer cable, which is what this guy is right here. And I think that silver bolt, well, I don't know what the hell, it's all over it, but I think that bolt, I think that might just slide out. Well, there's no room on the side of the tunnel to pull the bolt out. So I have no clue how to get this cable or this shifting lever out, but keep looking around it, I guess. Alright. So I'm starting to tear in this thing. I wanted to drop the X pipe to get that out of the way. An old Flowmaster. So I'm dropping that, and that was a pain, but it's only because I'm working by myself. That would have been a heck of a lot easier with 2 people. It was 9/16 bolts on both sides. The worst ones to get to were, let me show you guys. These ones on the top. Ones on the top are pretty gnarly, but it wasn't, I mean, I just used a 9/16 wrench and put it on the top and just unscrewed this. I think the nut was on this side, and then I can just finger undo it, and then I pushed it out through the other side. And then these guys are just drilled right into the body with some gnarly, like, let me show you. Some of these guys, huge 9/16 self-threading bolts. Yeah, and then show you guys what's underneath now. So, I've got the parking brake wedged up above the drive shaft cage, which is obviously aftermarket. I think the first owner put that in because he was a big drag racer, which is nice. I'm still trying to figure out this Hurst shifter stuff. I don't know how it bolts in there or what, but dropped the exhaust, which is nice. The end's gonna come out, so I'm gonna pull the headers off at some point, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I need to drain all the oil out of this thing because I know that transmission fluid will come out the back when I pull this drive shaft out, and I'd like to reduce my footprint in the garage, let's just say that. There's a lot of freaking little shifting linkages going to this thing. I don't know if it unbolts on the side. I might try that next. It looks like if I hit this bolt, that bolt up there, and I don't know about this bolt. I think if I hit enough bolts, something will come out. And hopefully this thing drops down, because I can't drop the transmission out with the way this shifter is all crooked around the metal. That'll just grab the body and make a mess out of the body. So I'm gonna figure out how to get the shifter out, and then I'll need to do this guy, cross member. I still need to pull out the speedometer cable out of that guy. So that'll be pretty easy. Yeah, speedometer cable, figure out how to drop this guy, undo the linkages, cross member, and then get the transmission jack under here and support it. I don't think I have to undo the bell housing yet. I think I just drop the transmission. I just heard the car creak, maybe. It's on there. I don't think it's coming off, but I did not like the sound of that. I don't know. These are freaking 60-year-old frame rails, you never know. Huh. What was I saying? Bell housing. I don't think I need to take the bell housing off. I'm just going to drop the transmission first, and then the bell housing will come off later, because I need to figure out how the Z-bar clutch works. I've never heard of that until this thing, but there's part of the Z-bar. I guess that goes into the bell housing and messes with the clutch plate. We'll figure that out when we get there. That's what this whole thing is, you know? But, yeah. So, speedometer cable, linkages, cross member, then the drive shaft, and then I can drop the transmission. But, hoping that I can get this done today. Yeah, everything is dripping. The rear diff is leaking. The transmission's leaking. The bell housing has a leak on it. Oil pan's leaking. I mean, everything that has a fluid in it is leaking. So we'll try and get all that sorted at the end of all this. But I don't know if you guys have experience with this. Let me know what you guys think of the body. I think it was coated with, like, I don't know, some kind of paint, but I don't really know what that means for me. I'm going to pull up the carpets and stuff, so I'll see underneath that later. But for right now, I mean, like that, it doesn't look bad, but I don't know if it's just covered up with tar and stuff. There's some on the other side too. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. I don't know. I mean, from under here, it looks pretty good with this coating on it, but obviously someone could just put the coating on it to hide stuff, so I think we'll get a better view when I pull the carpet up. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'll come back to you guys with updates as I go. Alright, this was actually a pretty easy one. So, the clips there, they feed through, let me see if I can move this linkage. See the clip there. But basically you take out that clip and then the thing just pulls through. I mean, easy as that, threaded or not. There's no unthreading or anything, it just, let me see if I can show you real time here. Take your tool here. Okay, I can't even get a grip on it. There we go. Okay. That went absolutely fine. But there you go. There's a clip. And it should literally just push out. If it has clearance on the other side. Which it doesn't. Well, you get the gist. I'm going to keep working on it. Oh my god. Waiting for it to come flying down on my head here. But, yeah. So that clip just came out. And that should just push through. You can see it wants to. It's just blocked by the one behind it. So I'm going to do the one behind it real quick and see what happens. Alright. I think I got it. So I popped out the 3 clips. And 3 clips came out. And then once the clips were out, they all just kind of fell out. So I think, yeah, there's the last one. Boom! Oh, thank God. There you are, dude.
Alright, I just want to talk about this really quickly. So the 2 bolts that are hanging off the side right here, those are the only 2 things holding it on to the side of the transmission. So you undo those 2 bolts, they don't even have to come fully out. You just undo them until they come out of the block on the side of the transmission. Undo the linkages, the thing just comes right out, no big deal. I made it a lot harder than it was.
I might have to undo them on the other side now. Yeah. I don't know. No, they'll all drop down with the transmission. It should be fine. I don't know, we'll see when I get there. I'm going to undo the speedometer cable, and then I need to drain the fluid out. And then I can take the drive shaft out. Yeah. And then I can start dropping it, I think. So, I'm going to get the speedometer cable out, and do a couple things here, and time-lapse it probably while I do it. And, yeah. Catch you guys in a second. Let's see how big of a mess we make here. Try to get this thing out, and it's a square, so they just knock this guy over. Oh no, dude, that thing is frozen in there. Uh-oh. Oh no, dude. I do not like that one bit, but here we are. Shit. I felt it move. It moved a hair. It moved a hair. That's all we needed. It gave me a little bit more confidence. It's not completely rusted to death. Wow, dude, that is... I don't like that at all. That is worrying, dude. I don't like that. I need to lock in here because I don't know how long this plug is. It's feeling pretty Oh, that dude, nothing on the glove, boys. Holy. Oh. Shit. Come on. Open up. Come on. Breathe. Oh, thank God. Yeah. There wasn't a whole lot in there, was there? That was like 10 seconds of flow, maybe 5. Oh, dude, that, I don't know if you guys can see this, but in the light, that looks pretty damn silver. See if I can get a different light on the sun. That looks pretty freaking silver. I don't know. Oh shit. Yeah, that's pretty silver, I'd say.
Today we have a group tomorrow, and then we have some coming potentially in January as well. So
that's just gasket material right there. That's not metal shavings, but damn, that's metal, dude. That is metal. That's a lot of metal too. Half that oil was probably metal. Oh no. That is not what we want to be seeing. Well, good thing it's coming out, huh? Good night. Jesus, dude. Should take my glove off before this. Yep. Oh, dude, that is just. Oh. Oh no, wait, that's just the way it's shaped. No, dude, there's definitely. I don't know if you can even see that, but there's. I mean, I'm feeling metal chunks on my finger. I don't know if the DJI is focusing at that distance, but that is. That's some metal, dude. That is some metal. That sucks. What are you gonna do? Okay. I'm gonna let that do its thing, and in the meantime, I think we're gonna start taking the. You can undo the bolts on the drive shaft. Ow! What the hell is that? The frick, dude. Oh boy. Sorry about the noise in the background too. I got the Barrett auctions going on in the background. It's just some white noise while I do all this junk. So, yeah. Drive shaft time. Where is my light? It's got a damn wrench attached to it. Get. Jesus Christ. Okay. Car's in neutral, should be. And it looks like I probably hit the top of these with the hex head. But I don't know what those are. I've never seen those. That'll be cool to clean up and see what that is. I'm sure someone's like, oh yeah, we used to run those all the time. Well, I'm learning. Is that a weight? Is that how they balance the drive shaft? Or is that just manufacturing? I don't know. I'm going to start with Allen keys and take the caps off, and hopefully it just falls out. That'd be nice. Alright, so here we are on the drive shaft. I put a hex head on this side, and I put I think it was let's see, what was it? It was a 1/2-inch socket on the other side. And I just undid it. And then these guys are pretty much in there, and I just used a pry bar somewhere. It's somewhere around here. Use the pry bar. And that guy jammed up in here, and then I popped it out, or popped it that way, and like that. And then that sent the drive shaft this way, and popped these caps off. So it's hanging on by a thread here, but it's ready to come out. So I'm gonna pull it off and You guys are gonna get to watch that action. Okay. These cats. Here we go. Oh, yeah, there she is. Okay, that's not bad at all. I say that now while the drive shaft cage supports it all. That's funny. Okay. Dude, there's a lot of slop in that. Oh god, I hope I don't have to deal with that crap. Alright. And here comes everything else. And out she comes. Oh, that was so easy. Now I just slide it out of the cage. Slide it out of the emergency brake. Okay. I'm gonna take it this way. And the creeper for the win. Holy crap, dude. Well, cool. One step down. I'm gonna do a little bit of organizing here. Move this transmission fluid out of here, which it looks just like it was regular gear, like just oil. Didn't even smell like gear oil or transmission fluid. So that's interesting. Oh, it's still dripping. Okay. Yeah, cool. On to the next step. I think I'm gonna call it here today. It's a little bit late in the day, and I got an hour drive home. So I'm probably gonna call it, clean up, and then attack it again tomorrow. Cool. Here's the status of the headers coming off. So this is the side that sits against the block. Yeah, this side sits against the block. And this is the passenger side exhaust, so it sits like this in the engine. And yeah, let me tell you guys, it's a freaking nightmare. But getting through it. Let me grab this light. So I started on the driver's side, and not having much luck over here. So I got all the bolts off. It's free floating, but I don't know why it didn't occur to me, but the Z-bar clutch. So this little metal thing that's all covered in rust that you see coming out of there, that's the clutch, and it goes down and it goes right through the headers, which the headers are now sitting on. So that's a good time. I'm watching this guy's video right now. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll put a link in the description if you're trying to do something like this. But he's saving my ass right now. I'm just watching his videos and seeing what he's doing and kind of just going by what he's doing. And with his, he has a nicer, he's got like a T5, which is going to be what's going on this thing. But he's already got his installed and all the good stuff. But yeah, so I'm just kind of following what he's doing. I pulled my plugs out, and I also did a little diagram, so I'll show you guys here. So on the back of my what we're doing sheet, I have the cylinder numbers, as well as the distributor, which cylinder it goes to, and firing order. So 15426-378 is the firing order. So that'll hopefully maybe be useful later down the road. I pulled my plugs out, and my plugs are just trash, dude. I don't know what the focusing distance is on this camera, but I mean, dude, that's not good. I take a video on my phone to get like better quality. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna switch to my phone. Alright, here we are on the phone. But yeah, you can tell just how gnarly these plugs are. I mean, and something that's interesting to me, so this is, if it'll focus up here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But yeah, I mean, like just covered in soot. That one, I think that's lean a little bit, how it's a little bit lighter colored on the top there, a little bit leaner. But then like super rich, lean, rich, lean. So it's weird. It's almost like they're like It's almost like they're alternating, like lean, 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 and then rich, 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 rich. I don't know. I don't know what that means. What's concerning to me is how much oil is around the plugs. I don't know where that's coming from. I mean, the only thing that could be coming from is like, I mean, it has to be coming out of the valve cover and then spilling down. And you can see, actually, if I zoom in right there, you can actually see what I'm talking about. There's like oil around the plugs. But yeah, so damn, you can see the piston in there. But I don't know. So I'm just gonna keep kind of tearing into it. I have the these headers are not coming out through the top. I just pulled them off and then I'm shifting them back and down and feeding them up through the top here, or down to the bottom, I mean. So you can see that. This one's going around the starter. Gigantic freaking starter, covered in oil as well. So that's good. That's great. Yeah, I mean, it's coming along. I'm just moving slow. That's just how I roll. So sorry these videos are taking so long to get out, but it just is what it is. So I'm watching this guy's video and he says that with the Z-bar, there's like the plate down here that you gotta somewhere. Maybe right there. Yeah, it's out of focus, but you can see the bolts. So there's 2 bolts down there. Right in front of my fingertip. So those gotta come out, and then I guess the whole Z-bar just like loosens up, and then little finagling it just comes right off. I gotta undo some clips, obviously, like that guy. But yeah, we keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Alright, it will have been no time for you guys, but for me, last video I filmed was probably over a week ago now. I was gonna end it with a transmission pull, but I'm interested in this clutch and maybe some of you are too, so let's see what kind of damage this thing has. Yeah, I don't know, like I don't know. I was having problems like where like it kept getting harder and harder to go into gear, and then the clutch started slipping at the end, so I just want to see what this clutch looks like. I've never pulled the clutch, never seen a damaged clutch before except for like pictures and stuff or videos on the internet, so time to see what a real one looks like from the damage I've caused. So looks like there's a million freaking bolts around this bell housing, and I'll probably need to pull the starter off. I think the starter mounts, I don't know if the starter mounts to the flex plate. Not the flex plate, I forget what I don't know what that's called. The piece of metal that goes from the bell housing to the actual block. But see a pretty red clutch in there. Interesting. This car was drag raced by the previous owner. I don't know if I've mentioned that or not. I'm sure I have, but looks like 2 bolts on the side there. I only see 1 on this side, 2 on the top, and 10 on the bottom. So yeah, pretty fair amount here. So I'll come back once I have all these things out and I'm starting to drop it. Probably wait till like the last couple bolts and then I'll film, so that way if I crush myself, at least it's on film. So I'll be right back. Alright, here we are, taking off the bell housing. I think I've got 1 bolt left, and then this thing should quote unquote drop. So, I don't know, we'll see. So that's all the bolts. Scared to put my fingers inside of that, but okay. ton dowels. Oh, I don't want to put my hands in there, but okay, yep. Holy cow! Oh, that's a big bell housing. Okay. Yeah, it's a heavy bell housing too. Holy fuck! Oh. Okay. So, yeah. So, here's what we're looking at. Make sure I can get a. You guys probably got a raw angle of the triple chin, but we're good. So there's the clutch. I don't know what this looks like, how this fares from anything else. This red kind of housing's pretty sick. So how does that work? So these are the fingers. That one's really loose. Oh, it just needs to tighten or something. But yeah, let's keep digging into it. Go from there. All right, watch me get fucking crushed by a clutch. Where's the bolt went? Okay. I'm gonna turn off the John Bellion before we get copyrighted. Okay. Just listen to my wails of agony as I get crushed. Come on. Okay, so this goes out. One last one. Okay. Oh wait. If I rotate it. Okay, that's actually really good. Okay, the clutch is not attached to anything, just pressure. Got it. Oh, that was way easier than I thought. Okay. Alright, we're good. Okay. Clutch. And, the flywheel. Hold on, let me... Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at, to be honest. So, here's that. That's a good view. So this is the transmission side with the spline sticking out. So that's transmission side. Then we've got flywheel side, which again, I don't know what this means or looks like, but compared to the other one when I get up out of here. A little chewing right there. But I guess that's the point of it, right? So, yeah, I want to show you guys something that I kind of realized here. So let me put this stuff over here. Hold on. New transmission side. Oh yeah, let me show you guys. So, here's the flywheel. I don't know if it's a good view of it or not, but you can kind of see just it's just like wear and tear. I mean, there's not even like a lip. Not even much of a lip of anything, so it's like that's not... You can't even feel it with your nail. I have gloves on, but yeah. So that's the flywheel. Okay, so when at one point I had my clutch kind of go soft and stop returning to me, and I figured it was like probably like one of these guys, like some bushings or like one of the felt washers or something. But I don't know if you guys can see this here, but there's just this thing sitting here, and it goes into... Grab a light. Grab a light. If I can reach it. Okay. So there's just a piece of something just kind of dangling there. I get this thing to stick to something. Looks like the spring goes into there somewhere. I can just freaking fish it out here. There we go. So, yeah, that looks like it was part of spring or some kind of return system at one point till it broke. But to be honest, I mean, that's all fuzzy. Looks like it's been broke for a while. I guess it did happen a long time ago when that pedal stopped returning, but that's probably the culprit. So, to the left of the motor mount, in this little crack, there was a spring at some point, and that's pretty close to the Z-bar, so I mean, I feel like that's more than likely what had happened was this thing sat here like this and used to return the Z-bar on that bushing back to, it must have held itself to the bell housing or something, but yeah, I was just resting on this like swing arm kind of thing, so yep. Good to know for the future. Gotta find what that is and where it went to and how it attached, but it's nice. The bell housing sat on these like locating dowel pin things, so I guess I should take the flywheel off. I don't know. I'm gonna go look. Wow, it's pretty greasy. That was okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go read the directions, but I wanted to show you guys the clutch. So this is probably where I'll finish this video off. So you see the flywheel, you see the clutch, disc, and everything, pack, and yeah. So sorry this took so long to get out, but hopefully they come out sooner. But if they don't, at least they're coming out one by one at some point. So thanks for sticking with me. On to the next one.